Welcome back to Chasing Trophies. We are continuing our series of IPL team previews, and today we'll be talking about the defending champions, the Royal Challengers Bangalore, led by their captain, the skipper, the leader, Rajat Patidar. Of course, they have star players like Virat Kohli there as well. Let's not forget. And joining me is Faz. Faz, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's just, it's still not, I don't know, it's unfair on Rajat Patidar, but it still doesn't sink in. It's the RCB, the winning captain, Rajat Patidar. I mean, amazing what he's achieved, obviously, like you said, like we mentioned before in the past as well. But yeah, I'm doing well, Mustafa. It's just, it's like, लंच पीरियड is a free period चल रहे अपने और about इधर उधर इधर हो रहे कोई मैचेस नहीं चल रहे nothing's happening really yeah there's a lot of news that's coming in and around but yeah I think now 10 more days to go we're all waiting for the IPL good break for a lot of the cricketers hopefully to recover all the muscles who played the World Cup who played different leagues who played domestic cricket respectively so yeah it's a good time for everyone to sort of rest and recuperate and I think everyone's roaring to go with, especially with all the news and the jerseys coming out and all of these things right now. It's a good sort of time at social media.
Yeah, RCB was announced the jersey. I think today they've announced the jersey. You can get it on in the stores and stuff as well. And I think it's a good break because it gives you like 1 week it was just trying to recover from the World Cup, and now this 1 week you anticipate the the IPL and looking at the teams.
Yeah.
And if you look at RCB right now, they do have. A solid team when it comes to their batting. They have bowlers as well, but the biggest worry is that Josh Hazelwood will not be available for the first couple of games, which is a big blow for them.
Yeah, 100%. It's a big blow. The guy who gave inspiration to the whole bowling unit, I think a lot of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's bowling also was a heavily reliant on Josh Hazelwood's partnership. If Josh Hazelwood was able to maintain pressure from one end, then Bhuvi will actually because we knew in Sunrisers the last year also he was a little shaky, and I think Hazelwood carried the bowling unit along with Bhuvaneshwar at times. Bhuvaneshwar also took a couple of games by himself, but Hazelwood not being there, I'm sure a lot of RCB fans are like a little bit shaken up. But he'll I think mostly be back for the Mumbai Indians games is what has been reported that he'll be back by then. But the thing with Hazelwood Musawa is like कब तक like you never know with this guy चलते में भी बेचारा कभी भी इंजर हो जा रहा we saw it like Ashes में भी होता है BGT में भी हुआ है तो गेम चलते चलते कब होता है last year again it was like written for them or scripted for them or whatever you want to call it like he being fit for the entirety of that season plus coming back after that break that was very crucial for the RCB fans.
Yeah, and if you look at the replacements, there are players there. Nuwan Thusara on his day, if he gets it going, he could be a very good bowler. They've got Jacob Duffy. Listen, when your premier bowler gets injured, you can't do much. You have to do the replacement. Sunrisers in the same boat when it comes to that. So obviously, there will be a drop in gap, and it will be a huge drop in gap when Hazelwood is not there. Of course, we understand that, but they do have these players which they need to fit in. Also, now Bhuvaneshwar pe pressure bhi zyada aayega. Like Bhuvaneshwar again, I felt that last year he had an outstanding season. But if you saw his last 2-3 seasons with Sunrisers, he was dipping a bit in form. And, with age, it's hard to maintain that level of pace and line and length. So with Bhuvi, the pressure will be added because there is no Hazelwood.
Exactly, like, and that's what I was getting at, right? Like, because Hazelwood was bowling so well with that every game those pitch maps were just playing in our eyes, man. Like, how is these guys bowling? But credit to Bhuvneshwar Kumar as well. I mean, he's done well for them. He managed to do the deputies role very well. And I think that was important for I think अगर वो भी पिटता था तो बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो जाती थी उनको I guess and him being able to maintain those 4 overs was very crucial but yes Hazelwood again देखो Jacob Duffy Tuan Tusara they're not proven talents yet. Nuwan Thusara, I think, played in the IPL now 3 years, one for RCB, one for Mumbai, and I think this might be his third year if I'm not mistaken. He's a very good asset, but he's not gotten a long season, so I think we can't judge him that much. They've gotten Mangesh Yadav as well from the domestic unit. Heard a lot about of him. He's from Madhya Pradesh, I think, and he's done well for him in the MP League in the side Mustaq Ali. He's done decent bits. Again, not breakthrough as I could say, but like still he's in and around, and they're talking a lot about him this season.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, like you said, right? Like the likes of Tusara, Mangesh Yadav, these guys haven't played on a consistent basis, I feel, but somewhere you have to start. And I think that's how RCB have to look at it. They're like, this is, their chance and they have to make the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, 100%. And again, it's like they won the IPL. So, like you said a few days ago, that they might be on a relatively lesser expectation wala burdenless kind of a season. Like if they didn't win and they were coming in and this news broke through, it would have been differently handled on social media or in general by the fans, right? Like if you lost again in the final against Punjab Kings and like you're coming to the season and Hazelwood's not there and the shopping that you did in the auction, it would have been a different issue right now. But I think just because the fact that they won that IPL, that's out of their way, they'll be a little bit more relaxed. Yash Dayal ka bhi, I don't know what the exact situation is. There are, still saying that he will be playing in this year's season. There are some people that are saying there's a court case that's going around which is going to restrict him. So even Yash Dayal will be very crucial for them, even to just be, in tandem with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar.
Yeah, and the spinners last year had an unbelievable season. They punched above their weight. बहुत जबरदस्त bowling कर रहे थे.
Yeah.
Krunal Pandya and Surya Sharma. Also, Krunal developed that bouncer as well. The variations were really good. And you saw, in pitches like Mullapur, away from home, Bangalore were doing very well
Yes.
because the spinners were at it. At home, obviously, they had Hazelwood, they had Bhuvaneshwar, they had the batting as well. But away from home, in the middle overs, it was crucial. As much as we talk about Hazelwood, it's about sustaining that pressure as well. And this is what these two spinners were doing. Will they be able to replicate that? That will be the important question. I don't see a backup spinner over there. I mean, they do have Vicky Otswal. He's a all-rounder. He can spin as well. He was in the under-19 team as well. But like a proper out-and-out spinner, you got Swapnil Singh. So that's one thing that I think they're kind of missing. But they just have to hope that Krunal and Surya should replicate what they did last year.
Yeah, 100%. I think they're just backing them based on what they did last year. I think they're rewarding them for that season. They've got, like you said, Vicky Otswal and a few domestic buys here and there. But again, nothing. Swapnil Singh has been in around again IPL for a while, but we've not seen him play. Like I remember him. He's been in I think he's been in RCB and probably another team before this. So yeah, like you said, I think the spin again will be. They've got quick fixes like Venkatesh Iyer, but again, we don't know how much Venkatesh Iyer bowls in general, and will he be even playing because he has an injury from the domestic season. So there is a problem in the spin area for sure. You could play Jacob Bethel every game and give him those 4 overs and see what he does as an option over there. But yeah, I think like for Indian wickets, a spinner, I don't know how those surfaces will also be right now, what we saw in the World Cup. So that'll be another issue that we'll see. They'll probably face during the course of the season.
The good thing for RCB is they'll have 5 matches in the Chinnaswamy. I mean, normally you play 8, I think, or 7, but they're gonna play like half the games in the Chinnaswamy. And also, if they make it to the playoffs, then there's gonna be playoff games in the Chinnaswamy as well. So that's a good thing. And one more thing is, I'm expecting good fresh surfaces because वहाँ पे तो games हुए नहीं कितने दिनों से. There was no World Cup games at the Chinnaswamy as well. So I think hopefully they produce some belters because I like high-scoring games in Chinnaswamy, man. That's what it's known for.
100%.
They've got Romario Shepherd as well, along with Tim David. Like they could play one of these two power hitters. Again, form is a worry, maybe, but like the potential is there. The ability is over there. When it comes to the batting, there is one guy in form. His name is Devdutt Padikkal. He's had a fantastic domestic season. He is oozing with confidence right now, and he'll be looking to, start off where he left off last year.
Yeah, 100%. I think this year in the domestic, he's been scoring heaps amount of runs. He's played amazing for Karnataka. He's also had a very good, Maharaja T20 League, the domestic league of Karnataka. He's done very well. Now the main thing, Mustafa, like I know we talk about the middle order, but the top order is where they got the runs last time, right? Phil Salt, Virat Kohli. वो partnership जमना बहुत जरूरी है. Now that Virat's a year older in London, there's a more more Phil Salt kind of a rhythm he'll have rather than something back home. But how are you seeing this opening partnership blooming this year? Last year it was incredible. This year Virat's been about a little bit out of the game. Like in the last 4 months, you could say. Last he played was against South Africa, but there also he changed his template of style. So how are you looking at? And Phil Salt's recent World Cup wasn't the greatest, but yeah, going into the IPL, their opening combination.
I think he just had one good innings, Salt, and he failed after that. But the good thing is the way he plays, right? If अगर वो चल गया तो power play में match पूरा खत्म कर देगा. That's how he plays. And then if he's severely out of form, you have Jacob Bethel you can put in, and he can open the batting for them, right? And he's also somebody who will love batting in these conditions. He is like he's been on the bench the whole season. Last year I think he played one game. उसमें भी उन्हें 50 मार दिया था. So I think Bethel is also there, like waiting if Salt fails. So that's one good thing that RCB have. But obviously Virat Kohli as well, man. I think him not playing for a long time, especially T20 cricket, एक साल हो गया उसको. So maybe it takes time to adjust. But the way Virat Kohli is, the fitness that he has, the experience that he has, I expect him to play, his normal self, get those runs. And I feel now that the weight of expectation has gone from Virat Kohli. There's too much
Yeah,
pressure on him. Look, he's been India captain, he's been RCB captain, and there's always pressure on him. You can somebody like him who's so fit and thing. His beard was white quicker than I thought, man. And
yeah,
ये जो धोनी की बात थी, मेरे को समझ में आ गया कि if you're Indian captain, it is actually very. I was saying it was
yeah,
Ganguly who said this कि आपके
yeah.
सफेद वाला आना ही आना है. And Virat Kohli
आप
had never.
रोहित शर्मा का भी याद है, रोहित शर्मा didn't have white hair, then he got the Indian captain. फिर यहाँ से
Yeah,
आना, सबको यहीं से आना
yeah,
शुरू होते हैं. हम तो
yeah,
इंडिया को कवर कर रहे हैं, हमारे को आगे.
yeah. And अगर आप देखें, Virat Kohli is one guy I never thought, I look at him like a aged guy or something like that, but
Yeah,
he's still fit and everything. But now he doesn't have that pressure. Basically, now he doesn't have the pressure. वो खुल के खेल सकता, वो strike rate बढ़ा सकता, and that's what he's going to do. And I think, to be fair to him, he's improved that. अगर आप आरसीबी का मेन डिफरेंस देखें, लास्ट ईयर विराट कोहली चाला के खेला, अगर आउट हो गया तो आउट हो गया. Maybe that's thanks to Rohit Sharma template, in 24, that Virat Kohli said, man, this is how we got to play. So fair enough, because if you saw, there's a lot of games, particularly in the start of 24, where Virat Kohli was taking a sweet time, and they weren't getting to the score. They were getting 170, 180. The opposition was chasing down, and then everyone's saying, what can Kohli do? There's no batting. But then he realized there is, people realize there is batting. Is that Merku, chala ke khela, and that's what he's going to do now. And bro, some of the shots he played in that one-day series against South Africa, the one we watched together. Oh my God, man! So I think he's a man, the third coming of Virat Kohli you're going to see in this IPL. No pressure. It's going to be fun to watch for sure.
Are you keeping him in your? Are you keeping him contention for the orange cap this year?
Always, man. I always keep him in the contention. Like, whether he gets it or not is not. There's so many times he never got it, but I'll keep him in the contention. Virat Kohli, because he's opening the batting. He knows how to get runs. But yeah, they also have. Patidar, Jitesh Sharma.
Structure-wise, your team actually must have like.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was saying, structure-wise, your team actually sorted in contact. Like, if you look at it, you need a 11, you can take out a 11. Like, ऐसा नहीं है कि 11 नहीं निकलेगा आपका. All-rounders भी available है इसमें. इसमें, you've got spinners, not the best, but in an IPL, do you really need the best player, or do you need players who just do the job?
You need players who do the job, but if they are the best, it helps. Like Hazelwood, Stark, you need a mixture of both.
Yeah. But I mean, again, in लोगों के पास depth है in third of way. Like, they can play, like we said, Romario Shepherd. They can add him as a bowler. He can finish. Tim David can be another bowler to them. So they can play those two foreigners with Jacob Bethel, and probably they still have one more stop, which is Phil Salt. So that's your four that they might go with. Then you add someone in the spin department. Again, you will have to go with the proven people who won. So they'll at least psychologically be like, हाँ चलो यही हमारे best है. With the pace department, yes, I agree that there's a bit of an issue there, but I still feel like RCB could challenge. Like, अगर वेंकटेश अय्यर का एक चल गया अभी, उसके बारे में अभी तक हम लोग ज्यादा जिक्र नहीं कर रहे, but वेंकटेश अय्यर को खरीदे हैं. They've got a couple of under-19 talents as well, and Ganesh Chauhan, we know what lower order में आके वो करते हैं depth में. Vihan Malhotra number 4 के batsman है, and also the captain himself. I think he needs to have a stellar with the bat. I'm saying IPL. So they have a good team, but it's just like that zip factor, that that thoda bahut flavor jo apne ko hona hai, and that's the only vehicle Hazelwood is not there.
Yeah, and Salt needs to perform on that level as well. You need that kind of. अब उन्हें 2 साल कर दिया. If you see, Phil Salt is back-to-back champion in the IPL. People don't really know this, but he's back-to-back. 24 and 25, he's on the championship. So he's had 2 next level. You need, so at the same time, like, obviously they have players who can do the job, but you need a couple of players who can go above and
Win you the
beyond.
games, yeah.
Like Mumbai Indians, now if you look at them the last couple of years, they have like stacked players, but nobody was doing that Salt type of job or a Travis Head type of job. ऊपर से चलाओ और खत्म करो मैच को. मुंबई से नहीं हो रहा था वो. उनके 3-4 ऊपर के जल्दी आउट हो रहे थे. एंड जो मैचेस रोहित शर्मा चला, वो मैचेस जीत गए उन लोग. केस इन पॉइंट, उपल स्टेडियम, व्हेन वी वर देयर, वी सॉ दैट इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस. सो लाइक दैट इज द की. यू नीड आपके 1-2 बॉलर, लाइक एक बॉलर रिमार्केबल खेलना, एक आपका ओपनर रिमार्केबल खेलना, देन एवरीवन डज देयर जॉब. I still feel if you pit them against the likes of Mumbai, Punjab, Delhi, on paper, they might struggle, but like you said, it's not like they're not like a poor team. It's not like
Yeah, because like
it's
आप देखो बीच में रोमारियो आ रहा है, टिम आ रहा है, एंड लाइक एकदम से अगर अब ये चलो क्रूनल इनका नहीं था, अब ये साल रजत पाटीदार चल गया, या भुवनेश्वर या रसिकदार सलाम, या बट लाइक आई जस्ट फील लाइक ये टीम में है, देयर इज लाइक स्टिल
बट मैं
एबिलिटी
कैसा
टू
देखता
फाइट।
हूँ, मैं चिन्ना स्वामी जा रहा हूँ 28, ठीक है, मतलब मैं नहीं जानू, मेरी टीम जा रही है सनराइजर्स। अब मैं कैसा, अगर मैं कप्तान हूँ, मैं ईशान किशन हूँ, मैं ये बोलूंगा भाई देखो इन लोग के पास ये बैटिंग है, ठीक है, मगर उन लोग जो भी रन बनाएंगे हम तो इजी चेस करेंगे, या बिकॉज उनके बॉलर भी उतने ही रन दे देंगे जितने उनके बैट्समैन
ये
रन
तो
बना
बात
रहे हैं।
ये बात ठीक है।
रोमारियो
या
शेपर्ड जो छक्के मारेगा उसको हम वही छक्के मार देंगे वापस, विद अनदर एक्स्ट्रा वन ऑन टॉप द whipped cream,
वो तो
like
जरूरी है। क्रीम
like
जरूरी है।
because that's how I look at it. If I'm the opposition, if you are RCB, then that's how you're looking at it right now.
Yeah.
That you have firepower, use it, and then just expect the likes of Bhuvi and stuff do the job, hit the block or hit the right lengths and line.
Yeah, they added, I think Jordan Cox also, I think, in this
Yes, he's
team.
there.
He's there, right? He's played well in this whole 2025
And
calendar.
Jitesh is there, man. He needs to.
Jitesh Sharma
He's
also
looking
there.
out for revenge right now. Jitesh is the most guy under pressure right now, man. यही तो कप्तान था emerging India वाले.
Emerging India का, yeah,
Yeah, so
बिल्कुल
he has a
बिल्कुल.
point to prove, and he's also another point that he has to prove is that he was the wicketkeeper of the Indian team just a few months ago.
Yeah, बिल्कुल
That
बिल्कुल.
Ishan Kishan replaced him out of nowhere. So
Yeah.
he's going to be boiling right now, and maybe वो form में आ जाए. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, again, for RCB fans, just to like reinstate it, at 2 games, it's mostly, it looks like Hazelwood will miss. He'll come back for the Mumbai Indian game. I don't know if that's the third game or not, but it's at least not like something like Sunrisers is facing right now, where we don't know when Pat Cummins is coming back. At least you have a timeline that he'll, but again, it is what momentum and rhythm that he comes back in. I mean, he's a pro bowler. Don't get me wrong, he can probably just come in, just give you that 2025 season back. But yeah, 11 की बात अगर करें मुस्तफा भाई, हाँ,
Yeah, just to add to what you said, and the fans know that you saw last year when there was a break in the IPL, and then he was coming back. उसके kid back पे 1 million likes आए थे.
Yeah, you saw the photo. Yeah.
Yeah, उसके kid back पे भाई, like अभी recently मैं कुछ reel देख रहा था. I think they there was a video that they were talking about someone was analyzing.
जब एयरपोर्ट पे चेक इन करा था उसका,
Yeah, 1 million likes है, तो उनको खुद को पता है RCB को कि ये इतना important है बोल के.
नहीं बिल्कुल.
जी, playing 11, I think initially Salt कोहली होंगे मेरे हिसाब से यार. फिर आपके पडिक्कल हो गए, पाटीदार हो गए, जितेश शर्मा हो गया.
जितेश शर्मा, या आप जेकब बैथल को डालोगे?
जितेश को तो खेलना ही है कीपर. I will play जितेश for sure.
Yeah,
Bethel I'm just waiting because Bethel, Tim David, Romario उसमें से एक खेलेगा ना.
अभी अपन से फिल सॉल्ट को ले आए अपन, विराट, फिल, देवदूत, रजत. Now you're saying Jitesh, then we'll put Tim David, Romario, Shepherd.
Okay, Tim David, Romario, we can put Jacob Bethel as well. Which one do you want to go to?
I would go Bethel I would go ideally I would play Phil Salt, Bethel, Romario and Tim David.
But then there is no bowler then.
Then you'll play Bhuvi, Yashdayal, अगर Yashdayal fit है तो Yashdayal, Bhuvi, Indian में चले आऊंगा मैं, वैसा वाला सोच रहा हूँ मैं. But I think अगर Jacob Duffy को खिलाएंगे अपन तो फिर who would you sacrifice, Bethel, Tim David or Romario?
Initially, maybe I would just go with I would sit out Jacob Bethel and make him a replacement for Salt just initially. अगर वो नहीं चला तो वापस ला लेंगे because Romario मेरे को बॉल भी दलवा देगा 1-2 ओवर ना.
ये बात या ठीक है. विराट, फिल, देवदूत, रजत, जितेश, टिम डेविड, रोमारियो, शेपर्ड, कृणाल पांड्या, सुयश शर्मा, भुवनेश्वर कुमार, जेकब डफी.
Yes.
That's how we're looking at
12th man Venkatesh Iyer.
12th man impact sub with Venkatesh Iyer. Or depending upon who is there, either Rasik Dar Salam, like अगर
if they need a bowler,
मंगेश यादव भी है sorry आपके पास तो
यार मेरे को राशिक दार बहुत पसंद था. I don't know कहाँ गायब हो गया वो, but like मेरे को बहुत पसंद था वो प्लेयर है.
दिल्ली में काफी अच्छा करा था. दिल्ली में बहुत अच्छा करा था. दिल्ली कैपिटल्स के लिए he was very good in 24-25 में. Again when you had like Bhuvi and Josh Hazelwood, I think like थोड़ा आप sideline हो जाओगे उसमें.
Yeah, I would love to see him play as well. So I mean that's the 12 right now. But yeah, with Jacob Bethel, I would use him as a floater. If अगर बीच के नहीं चल रहे उसको वहां घुसा दो, अगर ऊपर का नहीं
Hmm.
चल रहा वहां डाल दो उसको, because वो man in form भी है यार Bethel, तो I won't be surprised if they start him. It's just
Hmm.
that right now because Hazelwood is not there, I'm gonna keep Romario as a backup option for
Yeah,
bowling.
that makes sense. That's 100% balance कर रहे हैं आप वो चीज को बिल्कुल, like that makes a lot of sense.
वो
Any
पहले
chance to see like under 19 के boys, anyone, Vihan या Kanishk, anyone getting a chance during the season?
Maybe, yeah, why not? Vihan is a good player, man. I watched a bit of him. He's
Very
very
good
good.
technically.
Yeah, Kanishk as well. They might get a chance, but let's see, because they do also have, Venkatesh Iyer sitting there,
Hmm.
and a couple of more experienced players. So देखना
Yeah.
पड़ेगा कि if they get
Yeah.
that chance or not with RCB. But yeah, I somehow feel that, like, I know that Hazelwood is there, but I somehow feel that RCB's always their problem has been bowling. Always, even last
Yeah.
year when they won, like
Yeah.
they went crazy that bowling attack. Like, come on, man, Krunal Pandya is like
अलग
bowling
लेवल
like,
पे
yeah.
बाउंसर डाल रहा था भाई वो स्पिन में
आप
स्पिन में
आपको याद है हम फाइनल देख रहे थे 180 था ना, मैं सही में मैं कुछ बोल रहा नहीं था वो टाइम पे, बट मेरे दिमाग में इजी चेज था पंजाब के लिए, इजी
I don't
चेज
know
था,
how
like
I don't know how they bottled that man.
like अगर
I
आप 180 170 they, but then they bowled outstandingly as well, right? Like,
उन्हें जो वो बाउंसर डालना शुरू करा एंड वो एकदम से
yeah,
जो अहमदाबाद की पिच को उन्हें रैंक टर्नर बना दिया था कृणाल पांड्या, समझ में नहीं आ रहा था किसी को like
yeah,
or what he was doing. अब initially they were getting smashed, right? Like the bowlers were like getting hit, but वो जो मिडिल ओवर में आप एकदम like लॉक डाल लिए थे तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. Again, one prayer for Swastik Chikara, we will be missing you in the sidelines, with Virat
yeah.
Kohli. Swastik Chikara को नहीं retain करे बेचारे को. But yeah, I think yeah,
He'll be
RCB,
back
yeah.
in the memes because अगर आरसीबी नहीं जीतते इस साल तो उसको लेगा
पानी नहीं
वो
पिलाया,
लेगा.
पानी नहीं
Yeah,
पिलाया उसको, ये वो
yeah,
शुरू
he'll
कर
be
दिया.
back. He will be relevant always.
Where are you
Um,
keeping RCB in the table, sir? Bhai?
wanna keep them like sixth man, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's. I
sixth,
think I'll go
seventh,
one,
mid
one
table.
lower. I think I'll give one lower, seventh. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Like same. Like
Again,
I
it's
don't know.
purely based on like the teams we're seeing and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
again, for us, obviously there's going to be a biasness in the top four. You guys are going to say teams, ka, but I'm just giving a heads up that there will be biasness there. But right now, RCB don't give us that glimmer of hope that
Hmm.
they. Even last year they weren't, to be fair, but this year again, like just from the auction, what you're seeing they picked up and what they have right now, it just looks like injuries be on around here. So yeah.
To be honest, even if I don't put Sunrise in the top four, I wouldn't put RCB there, like right now. But again, like anything can happen. But that's how
Yeah.
I look at it right now. It doesn't. It's a good team, but will they be able to sustain off the period? Is my question.
Hmm.
Only time will tell. Who is your player to watch out for?
Player to watch out for would be Rajat Patidar bhai. I think it should be his season. He should be. I know he won the like again. I think weight of expectations is done. Now he can play more freer. I know for Madhya Pradesh, I think he had a decent season, maybe not that good of a season. I can't remember which one of it was, but yeah, I think he's had a decent break. He wants to get back into the Indian team. It looks far fetched. There is an opportunity for number 3, number 4 in the Indian team. Maybe he'll try to eye that. So he'll need to get some performances in this circuit just to get his name up and going again. But he's a very good player of spin. He's a very good batsman. I think he just needs to focus probably this year to
Yeah,
make
and
sure.
last year what I liked about him, his strike rate was outstanding, man. Like he was bashing that Mumbai game. उन्हें आके
Yeah,
ball बंद की जो
after,
चलाया ना,
yeah,
वो
yeah,
like परेशान कर दिया पूरा Mumbai Indians को. And maybe the consistency was lacking towards the end of the season, but the start of the season he set the tone as captain. भाई देखो मैं चलाऊंगा game को. Like मैं ऐसा नहीं, I'm not just going to be in the shadow. I'm going to
yeah,
impact the game, and that's what he was
yeah,
doing. उन्हें जो
yeah.
भी 12-13 बॉल खेल रहा था उसमें पूरा गेम को मोमेंटम शिफ्ट कर रहा था. That was his role as captain over there, and he's a brilliant player of spin. Brilliant player of spin. The way he
Yeah,
picks the length and line of the spinner is outstanding, man.
बहुत प्यारा.
So yeah, man, Rajat Patidar, I agree with that. I'll also go with him as a
Yeah.
player to watch out for. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. RCB, that is the review. I'm sure there's a lot of RCB fans, so make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, comment with your playing 11 as well. Obviously, there's a lot of combinations that you can use because you're only allowed 4 foreign players. There are different, combinations, different players that you can pick. But I think we did a decent job in that. And thank you, Fez. Thank you, everybody,
Thank you so
for
much.
watching. And catch you guys soon and continue watching our IPL series. Take care.